Hey, hot tubbers. Are you thinking about getting a new hot tub and you have a lot of questions on what you should ask and how you should actually purchase a hot tub? Or did you maybe just get a new one and you have questions about that hot tub? Well, today we're going to talk about 10 of the most frequently asked questions when it comes to purchasing a hot tub. Stay tuned and I will be right back. So hey guys, I'm going to get just right into this and we're just going to go over the top 10 questions that you should be asking if you're in the market to buy a hot tub, or if you've just recently purchased one and you kind of want to know some of the details of things that are going on. So we're just going to start right at the question number 1 is, how much does a hot tub cost to run? Great question, and the answer to that question is it depends. Sometimes it's all based on how well insulated that hot tub is. If you get a really well insulated hot tub, such as a Hot Springs or a Caldera or a Jacuzzi Premium or something along that lines, those are a super well insulated hot tub and they're going to do really well. And for the most part, those hot tubs are going to cost you about $1 a day to run those hot tubs. And so if you plan on $35 a month to run the hot tub, you'll be doing fantastic. Some of your smaller hot tubs, you would think that those would cost less, but typically they're a 110 unit and they've only got a 1-pump system, so they're going to have to work a little harder to heat. So they really do end up still staying at that $30 to $35 a month to do that. I will tell you that I do live in South Dakota and I do have the Hot Spring Grandy, which is the biggest hot tub that Hot Springs makes. And I can tell you that on my hot tub, I don't think I've ever been over $35 a month, and it gets cold here. I mean, 3 days ago it was negative 40-degree wind chills, so they're super well insulated. The premium tubs are going to have that 24-hour circulation pump, and they're going to be very inexpensive to run. So just kind of do your homework and make sure that you get a well-insulated hot tub. You don't really want to go out there and buy a hot tub that doesn't have full insulation. You're going to have one that has like a blanket or just a real thin foam of insulation around it, especially those of us that live in the Midwest. Pretty important that you want to get a fully insulated hot tub. And if you can, do a 24-hour circulation pump, because that does help keep down on those operation costs as well. Question number 2, how much are hot tub chemicals? Well, that's going to kind of depend on whether you're going salt or you're going chlorine, or if you're doing like a Addy Spa Frog system. So the top 2 that I recommend are salt is my number 1 recommendation, and then I recommend Add Ease after that. Chlorine works really well as well, but it all kind of averages out to about $25 to $30 a month on that. So your chlorine is going to be a little bit on the lower side. You're going to be closer to that $25 a month. And if you get into the salt, you get into that $30, $32 a month. Those salt cells are, they're about $300 a year. And then you have some balancers after that. But I will tell you that salt is easier to take care of and takes less of your time. So I guess it's kind of up to you what's more important, the dollar amount or the time spent. For me, it is definitely the time spent is pretty valuable. I have very little free time, so anything that can free me up on time is worth a little extra money for me. But again, you're talking a minimum, maybe $60 a month or $60 a year difference on going a salt system versus a non-salt system, and it's just so much easier to take care of, and to me that's worth it. But again, just average about $300 a year on your chemicals and you will be sitting pretty good on that. Question number 3, can we use the hot tub year round? And to that answer to that question is absolutely, you can use that hot tub year round. I am an avid hot tubber and I live in Watertown, South Dakota, and it is freezing here. I mean, every time I move further north, it drops another 4 to 10 degrees every winter, it seems. But I'm getting up here pretty north anymore these days, and the wind chill up here gets 40 below on a pretty consistent basis. But I do use my hot tub. I use my hot tub every single day as much as I can. There are times when the wind is blowing too hard, then I can't use my hot tub, but I'm in it as much as I could possibly be in it, and it's pretty awesome. You can use your hot tub year round. We actually prefer that you do not drain them. If you do drain your hot tub in the winter, make sure you get that professionally winterized. The worst thing that can ever happen to a hot tub is for it to freeze. And we do have people every once in a while, they'll drain it in October thinking that, oh, I'll get it filled back up before the winter happens. And they'll be like, oh, it was empty, it didn't hurt anything. That's actually really dangerous for the hot tub. You can cause a lot of damage because there's a lot of water sitting in the bottom of that hot tub. I mean, you think you have it drained. If you don't blow out those lines, there could be a good 10 to 15, 50 gallons of water in that hot tub, and that expands and that cracks the pipes, and that is the absolute worst thing that can happen to it. And for those of you who live in the warmer climates, we do have people who like to summerize their hot tubs and not use them so much in the summer. If you do that, again, you want to blow your lines out really well, and you want to make sure that the cover stays on that hot tub year-round, because you don't want that sun can do a lot of damage to a hot tub if it doesn't have water in it, and the seals can dry out and that type of thing. So I would rather see you turn the heat down or off in the summer and let that hot tub sit with water in it, and then just do a good drain and clean and refill before you use it, versus draining it, because it is kind of hard on it. But you can do that. Or if you feel it's too hot and you want to lower that water temperature, you can get something called a cool zone, which actually cools the water. And because even if you turn the heat off completely and it's 100 degrees out, your hot tub is still going to be 100 degrees. It's not going to get colder than the ambient temperature that's outside, because they are really well insulated. But you can get something called a cool zone, and that'll actually drop the temperature. You can get it all the way down to 80 degrees or so. So that's a good way to go. I don't sell a lot of those here in South Dakota, but those of you in the warmer climates, I do see a lot of people buying those. So, I mean, it definitely is an option. But yes, you can use your hot tub year-round, and yes, we recommend leaving them running year-round. Your hot tub is going to do best when it's running. Couple tips for you: if you keep it running during the winter and you're in a cold climate, make sure you clean your filters a minimum once a month. Make sure that you check your water level at least every 2 weeks, because water does evaporate quite a bit quicker when it is warmer out. And number 3, make sure that you just check that hot tub. Don't go more than 7 days without checking the temperature of the hot tub. You do those 3 things, your hot tub will be fine all winter long. So that's what we got going on there. Number 4, is salt good? Is it beneficial? Salt's amazing. In my opinion, salt is the way to go. It's easier to take care of. It's better for your skin. It's better for the environment. It's just a really good product, and it's very easy to take care of. Now, I do have a lot of customers that'll come in and they'll want to buy a saltwater hot tub, and they will just assume that because it's a saltwater hot tub, it's going to have all the benefits of like a float tank or an Epsom salt bath and those type of things. It does have benefits, and you're not adding extra chemical, extra fillers and stuff that you're going to find in the bottles of chemicals, but it has benefits, but it's definitely not your Epsom salt bath or your float tanks. That is not what it's doing for you. What it's doing for you is helping you with the chemical. It's actually taking the salt in the water, and it's actually turning that into chlorine. So it's making it much easier for you to take care of that hot tub. It's generating its own chlorine, and it's awesome. And the water feels amazing. And I highly recommend that if you can do a salt system, to do a salt system. I just don't want to oversell the benefits of the salt system for you. But salt is pretty amazing, and I do recommend that you do that. Number 5 probably should be the number 1 question, to be honest with you, but because it does get asked on a daily basis, is how much does a hot tub cost? And to be honest with you, there are hot tubs range anywhere from about $3,000 to about $25,000 these days. We're now in January of 2022, and that's where the hot tubs are landing in the market today. Your entry-level hot tubs, those are going to be mainly your rotationally molded, plug-and-play, 110-unit hot tubs. That's going to be what we consider your entry-level hot tub. Fantastic hot tub. We sell a ton of them. There's a lot of benefits and features for having those, and just using that hot tub is worth a lot. But those are going to be in that $3,000 to $7,000 range, and they're absolutely amazing. In my dealership, if you start with an entry-level hot tub and you trade it in within a year, we'll give you 100% back of what you paid for it. But every dealer's a little bit different, but they're a really good way to get started and get going in the hot tub industry. because you're really not going to find out anything else unless you maybe do a few used things. And those are pretty hard to find in the market today, and you just never know what you're getting. If you do, I would recommend, if you are buying a used hot tub, that you do buy that from a dealer so that they can stand behind it. So, but that would be 3 to 7 range. The next series is the value line, and it is probably the biggest category that's out there nationwide. If you just look at everything that's out there from coast to coast worldwide, that value line is probably the biggest line that's out there. It's probably the most hot tubs are sold in that market, and those are going to be $7,000 to $15,000. And typically those hot tubs do not have a 24-hour circulation pump. They can be pretty good size. You can see them as big as 7'5" by 7'5", 36 inches deep, usually around 30-40 jets. Typically, 2 jet pumps, no circulation pump. A lot of them aren't overly insulated. Some of them are. So just do your homework. Check that insulation. That's probably one of the most important things to check is your insulation. But check that out. But that's one of the big questions to ask is if it's a well insulated hot tub, it's worth a little extra and it's going to last a little longer for you. So kind of keep that in mind as well. The next series is the premium series hot tub. Those are going to be anywhere from $13,000 to about $22,000. And those are, when you start getting to the premium series, those are some awesome hot tubs. They're going to be fully insulated. They're going to have 24-hour circulation pumps. Most of those you can actually put a salt system on now, and so you've got the features of doing that. They're going to have some premium water care features. They're going to have some features on their control panels that you're not going to find on some of your other hot tubs. So premium series is a really good way to go. Again, the price point on those is going to be between $13,000 and $22,000. And then there's your luxury series, which they're just amazing. Like I have a Hot Springs Grandy, that's in your luxury series. That's got that motor massage jet that goes up and down and just massages your whole body. It is fully insulated. It's got no bypass filtration, which is huge. Your premium series hot tubs are going to have bigger filtration, so that the hot tubs are going to be easier to keep clean. They're absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend, if you can swing it, I would definitely do a premium series hot tub, and I would definitely do a saltwater hot tub. But those are going to be in that $15,000 to $22,000 range. So kind of keep that in mind. But that's kind of how much your hot tub costs. They are anywhere from $3,000 to about $22,000 these days. And then question number 6 is, do you have a service department? When it comes time to purchase your hot tub, this is a super important question. And the reason I say that is because in the economy today, the ability to get parts for hot tubs is getting almost impossible. I can tell you that we struggle every day trying to find hot tub parts. Watkins Manufacturing is one of our #1 manufacturers. They sell the Hot Springs and the Calderas and the Limelights and all of that, Free Flows and Fantasies. And that particular company has a 20-year parts guarantee. They've had it for years. This isn't something new that has just shown up since COVID has hit. It has actually been around forever, and I never thought it was a big deal, but I can tell you, with the economy and the supply chains the way they have been, that 20-year parts guarantee has been absolutely amazing. I have this entire time have been able to get parts for my hot tubs. And the great thing about that company is if something happens and they have to change something in the middle of the year, there's a model they can't get something for anymore, they can no longer make that model with that exact part. We know exactly what's going on. We'll know that on July 10th of this time, every hot tub from that point forward is made differently. And we have a serial number. We know when that serial number cuts off, and we can get a retro part for everything behind that it'll work. But everything that moving forward, we now know that that's what that part is. So you give us your serial number, we can look it up, and we can tell you exactly what part what we need, and we can get those parts 100% guaranteed. We've been able to get those parts, and that's amazing. I mean, if you buy a hot tub online, you just don't know what's going to happen, and you have no idea how long that hot tub will last. And if you maybe you can save $1,000 or $2,000 by buying something online, but all it takes is one service call to make that hot tub a disposable hot tub, and you didn't save a dime if you do that. And I can tell you, in my market, there are so many hot tubs out there right now that if a dealer, and it's not just my dealership, it's all dealerships, if a dealer did not sell the hot tub, they're not going to service it. There's just, with the labor shortage and everything that's going on, and the ability to get parts or not get parts, if we didn't sell it and we don't have the parts for it, we're not going to service it. And you're finding more and more and more of that out there. So don't be a bargain shopper on this particular product. It's not like you can drive it to the dealership and say, hey, I need you to fix this. And especially if you're here in the Midwest and those hot tubs can freeze, that's a big deal. So do your homework, check the Google reviews, figure out who's got the good service departments, and definitely get it taken care of. So I would definitely take care of that. Question number 7. How long does a hot tub last? Awesome question. Absolutely fantastic question. And what I can tell you about how long hot tubs last is they'll last 20 years easy. If you take care of the water chemistry, so you keep that pH and alkalinity in line and you keep the scale at bay, you'll easy get 20 years out of a hot tub. You're going to replace a cover, you're going to replace a heater, and you're probably going to replace a pump and maybe even a control panel in a 20-year time span. But that hot tub will for sure last you that long if you take care of it. Do not let it freeze and you won't have any issues. And just do your weekly maintenance and you will be totally fine. But 15, 20 years is easy. Hands down, a hot tub is going to last you that long. Question number 8 is, where should I put my hot tub? Awesome question again as well. And that answer to that question is as close to the door as possible. The closer you put it to the door, the more you will use it. And if you're going to purchase a hot tub, you definitely want to use a hot tub. So you want to make sure that you get that as close as you can to the door. And especially those of us that live in the colder environments, if you have to run 100 yards to get to the hot tub, you're not going to use it. And there's some studies that prove that. So make sure that you get it as close as you can. I don't really recommend sinking them in decks and that type of thing. It looks cool, but they really aren't that user friendly when you do that. So if you can figure out how to get the hot tub open easily and you can get in and out of it, I would rather see you invest in things like handrails and stairs and cover lifters than big fancy decks that go around the hot tubs. You will use your hot tub more if you make it easy to use it. And if you can avoid it, if you live on a split level and you have to go down the stairs to get to the bottom of the hot tub and there's no other way to get there, I would try to avoid it if you can, because if you have to go down 12 stairs to get to the hot tub, again, you're not going to use it in the wintertime. But just, make it work. Get a hot tub in your backyard. You're absolutely going to love it. Question number 9 is, how often can I use my hot tub? And the answer to that question is every single day. And I hope you use it every single day. I use my hot tub twice a day, every day. And it is just an absolutely amazing thing to do. It is so good for you. It's going to make you feel better physically. It's going to make you feel better mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So many ways. Professionally, sitting in that hot water is so good for you, and I have so many videos on that. Make sure you check out the playlist, and I'll link that up here, the 30-day hot tub challenge, where I just talk about the benefits, and that's what I've spent most of the month of January working on. But use your hot tub every single day. It is really, really a good thing to do. And then we have question number 10, and this is a biggie. It's actually a lot of the reason why I'm physically here on YouTube is for this question right here. And the question is who will teach me the ins and out of using a hot tub? Huge question, and it's a big deal. And I am very successful here on YouTube because there are so many people that don't get the questions and the answers that they need about taking care of a hot tub. Hot tubs are easy, and once you figure them out, they are a piece of cake, but there is a learning curve to figure out using a hot tub. At our dealership, when you purchase a hot tub, we can and will come out and do an orientation. It's up to you if you'd like us to do so. Otherwise, we have tons of videos, and you can definitely check them out all out here on my YouTube channel. That kind of teach you and talk you through it out, and I've got them all broke out into playlists that kind of show you how to do that. If you buy a hot tub from me personally, you get my cell phone number. I will talk to you 24/7, 7 days a week, and we will talk you through anything at any time. And again, I have a ton of tutorial stuff out here on YouTube, and it's huge. It definitely helps out a lot. But ask that question. Don't just assume that somebody's going to put it in your backyard and going to show you how to use it. I can tell you at our dealership, we actually have 2 crews. We do not, the people who deliver the hot tub aren't the people who show you how to run the hot tub. They will give you some pointers, but we will follow up with you at a later date. And we do a computerized water test, and we run you through that, and we've got all kinds of tutorial videos, and we got cheat sheets and all kinds of stuff. And I have all kinds of stuff down below. You can check my website as well, where I've got all kinds of cheat sheets to help you in that type of thing to get you through that. But it is a learning curve, and you do need to learn a few things. And it's make sure you buy your hot tub from somebody that you can trust and is going to teach you how to actually take care of that hot tub. It is an investment, and you want to make it last as long as you can. And to do that, you want to make sure that it's a good hot tub for you, and the dealer that you buy it from is a good fit as well. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope I answered a few questions for you. And just remember, I think you guys are the absolute best. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Download the 7-day ultimate hot tub care guide for those of you that are looking to buy a hot tub or looking to take care of your hot tub. Download that. Check me out on Instagram. Throw me a PM there. I will answer every questions there. I answer every single comment that lands down here below. And just remember, guys, I think you are the absolute best. Give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, do all the things that help me help you become a happy hot tubber. And just remember, keep making life epic.